your mind, cause it's everything. You can mold, shape, find almost anything. All it takes is some time and some clarity to find your identity.
Hey guys, welcome to the Oracle of Lilith. My name is Amy and it's so good to have you. I hope you're doing well. Today I'm going to be doing a magical messages from Hecate pick a card. So this should be a really magical and insightful reading, and I'm excited to get into it today. So if this is your first time to my channel, hi, hello, how are you? It's so good to have you. I hope you will consider subscribing to my channel and becoming a member of my tribe. If you're a returning subscriber, hey guys, what's up? How are you? It's always good to connect with your energy, and I truly appreciate you guys being here. Now, keep in mind, this is a general reading. It's a general session. So just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. I do offer personal and private sessions. A link to my new website is down below with a menu of the services and readings that I offer. So now, as you can see, we have these three beautiful cards before you, and these are going to be your psychic linking objects. I'm also going to be pulling cards as I go. So let's just get into the cards. Now, the first card is the Maiden card, and it says innocence. Okay. The second card is Mother Fulfillment. Mother Fulfillment. Okay, and the third card is Crone. Death. All right. Okay, guys, so I will insert a video with some backing music so you guys can kind of chill out to see which group you're drawn to. If you're drawn to more than one group, there's probably more than one message here for you. And with that said, I'll see you beautiful magical creatures on the other side. Bye, guys. one, all of you that were drawn to the Maiden, this is going to be your magical message from Lilith. So let's get into the cards and pull some more for you guys. Now keep in mind, this is a general reading. It's a general session. So just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. Okay, I'm going to get a couple more, 2, maybe 3. We'll see. Okay, tell me about the magical message you have, Hecate, for group 1. Filling the top, that one, and that one. Okay. All right, we have Hagstone, protection. Elemental magic, nature. Familiar spirit, assistance. All right, let me just bring those down here. Okay. First of all, I'm being guided to the mirroring numbers here. We have 12 and 21. So look for mirroring numbers, okay? Especially 2s and 1s. Yeah, so Hecate wants you to know that you are not alone. And for some of you, you may be receiving either your first familiar or an additional familiar as a gift from this goddess, okay? There's power in your nature magic. You need to lean more into your nature magic. Some of you guys work with herbs and flowers and roots, root workers. And I feel like you're on a very protected pathway right now. Because I feel like this root work, specifically root work, group 1, runs in like your ancestors, okay, root workers. I'm hearing the Appalachian Mountains in the United States. I'm hearing Canada as well. I'm hearing like the Rocky Mountains. I'm seeing the I'm seeing like Africa. And I'm seeing elephants, and I'm seeing panthers and jaguars as well. I'm seeing a desert. So there's different ancestors here. They all feel indigenous, okay? Okay, I don't think that you're protecting yourself enough. Listen, as someone who's been doing this a while, I can tell you there's nothing wrong with many layers of protection, okay? Some of you guys need to bubble your house. You need to clear your energy. Some of you guys need to do, there is a kind of spell work you can do with brick dust around the perimeter of your house. You lay it out like once a month, that kind of thing. Look into it, okay? All right, we have 3 cards from the Kitchen Witch. Okay, so we have recovery coming in for you. So obviously you've been through something difficult. Let's pull tarot on this. You've been through something difficult. I feel like some of you guys have kind of lost your innocence because you've been taken advantage of by someone. And because of this, it's really important that you protect your energy more. And you watch who you let into your world. Okay, not everybody has a right to your energy. Okay, it's very important that this group take that in. Not everyone has a right to your energy. Okay, for some of you, there's going to be signs of Hecate's presence, Hecate moving within your life. Those are going to be blackbirds, ravens, black dogs as well. And for some of you, you need to go out and literally go out into the woods. Okay, you need to go out into the woods to connect with nature and call upon Hecate out in the woods. Okay, we have the sun coming out in our tarot in this recovery. So it's a very positive shift coming in your life. I feel it's through your magic. So you need to be working your craft, your magic, however you manifest. Okay, we have the Queen of Swords. It's really important to be strategic in how you move. It's really important for you to watch the words that you speak when it comes to yourself. Okay, we have the 7 of Cups. Okay, so I feel like some of you guys, this recovery has to do with It feels like overwhelm, anxiety. It feels like there may have been harsh words said to you. You may have had a falling out with the Queen of Swords, which would be an air sign, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Okay, so there's recovery from this really intense, overwhelming situation full of anxiety. And then we have luck and intuition coming through. And what I'm hearing is the more you get into your nature magic, okay, the stronger your intuition is going to grow, because your connection to the earth and working nature magic through herbalism or water magic or whatever it is for you, okay, it's going to be different for different people, but I feel like it's really going to help you learn more about your own intuition. Your ancestors are going to be speaking to you and helping guide you through this next phase of your life. I feel like we have a maiden here who's growing into a mother. Okay, so moving into mother energy. Okay, now for some of you, this is just, growing older. With the loss of innocence, I'm feeling like, heartbreak, reality. I think a lot of people have had a reality check in the last 3 years, and it's been shocking. The last year has been even more so for many of, especially feminine energies, as it seems like a toxic level of masculinity is kind of rearing its ugly head, trying to keep control of this feminine energy. And what I'm getting here is you can't control the wind, okay? And many of our gifted energies, be them feminine, masculine, it doesn't matter. This is not a gender thing. As they move towards embracing their own magic and chaos, okay, there is power in chaos. There is power in change, and you can learn to harness that energy and be the peace in the storm, okay? Be the peace in the storm in your life. It doesn't mean you have to go and make peace for everybody else, but you're at peace because you understand the chaotic energy that's going on in the world and in your life. It has a purpose, and the purpose is to break away and to reveal all that needs to be revealed and to release what no longer serves so that we can move forward into our next state of being. And sometimes that takes a while, okay? But I feel like group one, luck is coming for you. You're going to find that things just kind of start to come together for you. And it will be small at first, and then it will build momentum. And why it's doing this is to validate your intuition. It's to validate your magic. I highly encourage you guys, if you are witches or you practice some kind of magic or manifestation or chanting or praying or anything, not spirit boards, like manifestation boards, things like that, do it. Okay, do your craft. Do what you are called to do. You don't have to do it out in public. You don't have to tell anybody. It's nobody's business what you do. But you have power within you that I'm not sure you're quite utilizing yet. Some of you guys are just getting to know it. And I'm going to tell you some of the best advice I ever got many years ago is that you do it. Don't overthink it. It doesn't have to be perfect. Your practice doesn't have to be perfect. And for many of you who are trying to get started, you don't need all the bells and whistles, honey. Okay? You can go out into the woods and get everything you need to conjure. All right? You don't need to buy all the stuff, because I get the impression that for some of you, you think you're not ready because you don't have the stuff. Yes, you do. You do. Look around you. Some of the most magical objects that I have are everyday items, or they're items I've had for a long time, like this bone. This bone has a lot of energy in it because it came from a living animal. It was gotten very humanely, but there's life force in it. There's death force in it. There's being in it. And it's also been magically charged. It's been on my altar for a very long time. So, ordinary, everyday objects, a rock, a stone, water, all those things have magical qualities. And I feel like you're being called to connect more with the absolute magic of nature and the objects you find. So if you go out for walks, or say you're going to go out into the woods, pay attention to the objects around you that call to you. It doesn't matter if it's, a piece of wood. It doesn't matter what it is. You're connecting to the life force. You're connecting to the divine feminine. You're connecting to Gaia, Earth, our planet. And in that, it's very grounding. And there's something very magical about when you pull magical items that are made, that come from nature, into your practice. It tends to not only help you connect more, it helps you manifest. That's the power of herbalism. That's the power of oils. That's the power of using things in nature that we've been given in ways that help us reach the most magical core of ourself. Because what's going to happen is, as you cast, as you do the work, you are going to absolutely have signs of manifestation. Okay, they may not be huge at first, all right, because it takes a while for you to, it's one thing to do the work. It's another thing to believe in your magic. Magic doesn't work without belief. Okay, you have to know it's going to work. You have to absolutely know it's going to work. And sometimes that takes time to build. Okay, so don't be discouraged. Because sometimes this takes a while. You have to be patient, okay? You have to be patient, and you have to be good to yourself, and not be so hard on yourself. But there is luck. When you start seeing your luck change, know that's magic, okay? That is a gift from Hecate. She is going to validate your magic, all right? Do you have any other messages for group 1? Yes. Okay. Oh, I got 4. All right, we have foresight, Sybil. Okay, for some of you, you have the gift of foresight. You are psychic. You have this ability. And through your magic cast upon yourself to grow your psychic ability, your intuition, those kind of things. I encourage you to do that, because that's something that Hecate can help you with. But you're going to need to cast or chant or whatever it is you're drawn to do, okay? We have Kali, love. Aww, you guys. More love manifesting in your life. We have beauty. Yes, more beauty manifesting in your life, okay? And we have chaos with this harpy, because you understand on the other side of this chaos is beauty and love and truth and those wonderful things. I feel like through this process, you are going to become more comfortable in your skin. That's how magic works. It helps you become more comfortable with being human. Because you understand the connection that human beings have with that other thing that we want to label, and there's all kinds of labels for it, but you know what I'm talking about, with magic. And I feel like for many of you, you are learning to love yourself more through this process. And with the beauty here and love, I'm getting some of you guys need to cast like self-love upon yourself, like a self-love beauty ritual. It could be a bath or attraction ritual. This is not gender, okay? Self-love is beyond appearances, okay? This is the kind of beauty you see in someone's soul. And what happens is as you work on that, it begins to manifest outwardly. Like your skin begins to glow, your hair changes, your eyes get more clear, your thoughts become more clear, because you are more deeply connected to who you really are, your authentic magical self, okay? So yeah, that's what I got for you, group 1. I hope this resonated. If it did or it didn't, please leave me a comment in the comment section down below. I would love to hear from you guys. I hope you have the most beautiful day, and I'll see you beautiful and magical creatures next time. Subscribe. Bye guys. Hey group 2, all of you that were drawn to mother fulfillment, this is going to be your magical message from Hecate. All right, so I'm going to pull some more cards for you guys. Okay, Hecate, what do you have for group 2? What is their magical message for group 2? What is the magical message for group 2? All right, I'm going to get a couple cards. Tell me about group 2, the top and the bottom. Okay. All right. Oh, you got the Hecate card, Underworld. All right. And we have Candle Magic, Intention. Very powerful cards. Okay, I'm being called to this deck, so let me get some more cards for you guys. So, you are definitely connected to Hecate. You got the Hecate card. So, I'm feeling like she might be your matron, or she might be an energy you work with often. Okay, if she's not your matron. All right. And some of you guys may be doing candle magic. This may be the outcome of some of the magic you've done, group 2. Let's see what comes out. We have discipline. Tell me about this magic. We have alchemy, Circe. We have disconnection. Okay. Okay, some of you have done some kind of cord cutting and it worked. Okay, that's what the disconnection is about. Some of you have done candle magic or some kind of magic, and so you've released, so this is return to sender, a cord cutting, something like that. So you've released somebody, okay? This was painful. Whoever you released, this was painful. This was someone close. It could be an ex. It could be a family member. You could have gone no contact. You could have done the return to sender. You guys seem like you might be a little, there you go. And it's working. Okay. So you may be feeling the disconnection, but I'm telling you the other person is. And what's happening is you have all this energy now coming, your energy. You may have called back your power too, because I feel like your energy that you expended towards someone is returning to you. And you're going to be in this process of alchemy, okay? So you're going to bring forth something new. You're going to birth something new because of letting this situation go. And there's discipline here. Like, you have really been focused. You've really been working at moving forward. And I feel like for many of you, Hecate has been guiding you with this torch here. She's been guiding you the whole way. Okay, this is a very sacred kind of situation. This was difficult. This letting go has been difficult. And the outcome is that the person that you've let go is feeling this. And some of them are not too happy about it, you guys. They're not too happy about, because it's one thing to have no contact. It's another thing to have no energy from you. This person may have been an emotional vampire. They may have been someone, again, very close to you. And that's what makes this painful, because I feel the pain here. It takes a lot to get rid of or let go of this kind of connection. Okay. Okay, tell me more. What else? Tell me more about this alchemy. Okay. About this alchemy. Tell me more about this alchemy. Tell me more. Okay. All right. So we have the Ten of Wands. Yeah, there's been a lot of burdens. This has been difficult. This has not been easy. We have the Eight of Pentacles. Okay, you put in a lot of hard work moving on. We have the King of Wands here, and we have the Page of Wands. Okay, so I'm feeling an energy shift coming for you. As you have gone through this process and let this person go, or this situation go, whatever this magic was that you did, I feel like the energy coming back to you is being alchemized. And what's happening is that you're turning the energy, the ending energy, the energy that's being returned to you, you're transmuting that and alchemizing that into an accomplishment, okay? You're funneling it into an accomplishment. This looks like it has to do with money or work, but it also could be something creative here with this Page of Wands and this King of Wands energy. So I want to find out more about that. So tell me more about the Page of Wands and the King of Wands. What is this energy shift? What is this energy shift? I I can tell you many times when you're working on one thing, you manifest another, right? Something that's close to what you want, but not quite there. And I feel like that, you're going to find that happens. Okay. Okay, we have the Hermit. All right. We have the Four of Wands. Okay. You may be feeling alone and isolated. We have the Emperor. All right. Now, okay, if you're single, this is love. Okay, because you've let this person go, and because you're alchemizing, and you may be in the process of letting him go. Okay, if you haven't done a cord cutting, this is your validation to do one. If you haven't done a return to sender, get you a little candle and do a return to sender. It will help you. I'm telling you, it will help you so much. It will help you more than what you think, because it's an energy thing. Okay, it's also activating a part of your brain where you're able to let go and move on. That's how magic is. It's kind of weird how it works, but before you know it, you're just shifting into other energy. And it's like with this little page of wands, I'm getting like new ideas, new inspiration, new possibilities kind of being birthed, okay? And really getting into the rhythm of your own authenticity, okay? Taking care of yourself. I'm getting like, you know, be a little selfish. After you've been through this shit with this person, you deserve to be a little selfish and think of yourself. And I don't mean it like selfish bad. I mean it like, you know, take care of yourself, do good for yourself, work on your goals. Do not focus on a relationship, on manifesting the relationship. I feel like this relationship is a side effect of this accomplishment that's coming for you. Now, it could look different for different people, so let's talk about this accomplishment. What is this accomplishment coming for group 2 because of this magic of letting go? Okay. I'm hearing all magic cast after that is going to be very blessed. Okay, so if you haven't done a cord cutting or a return to sender or whatnot, do one, because everything after that will be very blessed because you've removed this energy. So if you've casted this a while back and you've continued to cast on, know that everything that you worked on after that has a very special magnetic energy, because all the energy that this situation was taking from you, or you were giving to you, or you were giving away, is coming back to you, and it's being funneled into this magic, into this possibility. Now, I'm going to tell you though that this has to be something that you're actively working on. Okay, you just can't cast magic and expect it to just, you know, appear. You have to work towards it. Okay, so this would be something you're working towards. You have the King of Swords and the Four of Cups. Okay, so this is something you want very badly. Okay, and I feel like it's almost like you're so distracted working on it. It's almost like maybe the situation that's gone on has caused you to kind of like use work to cope with these feelings of isolation, these feelings of being alone and not really having anybody, or wondering if you're going to be alone forever. Or, you know, I'm feeling like someone who's really alone and just wondering, is there somebody for me? Am I ever going to find anybody? And I feel like your ancestors, Hecate, your guides, whatnot, they want you to shift your focus. Not saying you're not going to have these feelings, but shift your focus into that accomplishment you're wanting to have. It doesn't mean you won't be sad. It doesn't mean you won't go through the loss, but put the energy to work, because I feel like if you will just say verbally you're open to receiving the energy back, call your power back to you, you will find new inspiration starts to kind of birth forward. I'm hearing 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months. So 3s are very important for group 2. All right, let's get some more information about this. So this person is missing your energy. Okay, they're missing your energy. And they're sad. They're sad. They feel the loss. And it really happens when you cut the cord or do a return to sender. Okay, that's when they really feel it, because you are actively taking your power back. Okay, I'm gonna take these top 2 and this one. Okay, we're gonna take all those. All right. Okay, so We have unconditional love. Inner child. I feel like you, especially with this pregnant feminine energy here, I feel like you are learning to love yourself unconditionally. Take better care of yourself. I feel like when you let this person go, it was an act of healing your inner child, of knowing that you were worth more. And that, we're all not perfect. We all do toxic things, in relationships and stuff like that, in families. But I feel like you're learning to hold an area of compassion for yourself and understand that you did the very best you could at the time. This relationship no longer vibed with you, so it had to go. And for you to get the full benefit of this relationship not being in your life, you have to call back your power. And that really helps you connect more deeply to love for yourself. All that love you put out there for other people, you get that back and you can use that. I'm seeing like a pink energy swirling around a heart chakra, a green heart chakra. Like, take all that love and love on yourself. Be kind to yourself. I feel like you guys, I got nature in the first one. I'm getting nature for you. Some of you guys just need to go outside without your headphones on, without anybody, maybe with your dog or your cat or whatever, and take a walk if you can outside. Let the wind blow on your face. It doesn't mean go freeze to death or anything like that, but I feel like for you guys, there is a meditative practice in walking outside that will be really helpful. It will help you ground more of your energy to help bring through your manifestations and your magic. And I think for you, this release is big. It's a big energetic shift for you to a place where you are going to be happy, okay? Weakness, easily broken time after time. I feel like you have broken this pattern. And that's probably why you're feeling so alone, okay? Because you're no longer part of this toxic pattern anymore. And that can be very isolating because we let go of people. We let go of familiar things that was part of the pattern. And so we end up becoming aware of, instead of looking at it like you're alone, become aware of how much energy and space that pattern took up in your life. It allows you to redefine yourself and your life, okay? Okay, we have abundance, financial, emotional, spiritual, and spiritual. Okay, so I feel like there's a lot of beautiful gifts for you coming from this ending, okay? So be hopeful. Be hopeful in your magic. Be hopeful in your life, okay? And I know it's painful. It's painful to let someone go, especially someone so close, okay? We have on guard spiritual protection, okay? So be sure to protect your energy, okay? Some of you guys need to do some warding or casting some more protective spell work on yourself, root work. Some of you guys need to get, I tell people this a lot, but it's an old practice and it works. Get you a witch's claw, which is a chicken foot. Look that up, look up how to make one, make it with intention every step of the way. Use color magic, use everything in your arsenal to create something like that. It's a magical item. You can hang it by your front door, your back door, wherever, for protection. Okay. Some of you guys, I'm seeing like, some of you guys, if you have like pentacles around your house, clear them, and charge them for protection. Like, I'm seeing like pentacles on like people's doors and walls and things like that. Be sure you charge those, okay, and clear the energy. And I'm getting, okay, for some of you, this is very specific. All right, but create some kind of word or charm or spell about your front door, okay, to clear the energy. And then any energy that does not vibe with your energy will be repelled, okay? It won't be able to stay in your house for very long. Okay, that means if it's being carried by a person. So if you live with someone, they might be like, you know what, I just feel like I need to take a shower every time I come home because they're carrying energy from work and yada, yada, yada. Okay, so it's just going to be different for different people, but it's very specific. Some of you guys need to remove your welcome mat out front of your house. Don't have a welcome mat, okay? You welcome things into your house. No one has a right. You don't want to welcome every person who passes by into your house, do you? Every person that comes up to your door, are they really welcomed into your house with all their energy? Think about that, okay? That's worth thinking about, all right? But I'm seeing really good things for you manifesting from this magical release of this person, place, thing, pattern, okay? So, yeah, good things are coming. So be of good cheer, all right? I know this is difficult. Be good to yourself, all right, group 2? All right, group 2, that's what I got for you. I hope this resonated. If it did or it didn't, please leave me a comment in the comment section down below. I would love to hear from you guys. I hope you have a most beautiful day, and I'll see you beautiful magical creatures next time. Bye, guys. Hey, group 3, all of you that were drawn to Crone, death. This is going to be your magical message from Hecate. So obviously, you guys are going through an intense death and rebirth cycle, okay? Also, you guys have crone energy. It doesn't matter what your gender is or how old you are, okay? And this kind of energy is extremely powerful. We have kind of entered the time of the dark crone rising, okay? So this is feminine energy that really doesn't give a fuck about validation. Very powerful. They know their abilities. They know who they are. They don't require like approval from anyone, including masculine energies. And they're fighting for liberation of the oppressed, those who have been overlooked and cast off. So it's big energy. This is huge energy. And for some of you guys, I'm hearing, please don't come for me. I'm going to mispronounce this goddess's name, and I don't mean any offense by it, okay? But Santa Merte, that's the best I can do, all right? I'm seeing her image. And, you know, the thing about her energy is that it's so warm. People think death is a cold thing, but the Lady Death has a compassion. Often death comes at the end of suffering. There's a lot of suffering that happens before death. So, and people don't think about that because they don't want to, you know. And truly, death is an energy of compassion in so many ways. I have felt it, you know. This is, you know, just my own personal story here, but you know, I spent a very long time being in bed and dealing with my mortality on a daily basis. And I came to a place where I made friends with death. I began to understand that it really is just another part of life, and that yes, we do go on. It's just one stage. There's more stages to being than just what we see here. So powerful transformation. So let's get some more cards for you and see what messages Hecate has for you. All right. What is the magical message for group 3? I think you guys have really been going through it. And I mean like deep levels of transformation. This has been painful. There's been a lot of painful awarenesses. There's been loss of friends. There's been big gains. For some of you, you've met the love of your life or you're about to. For others, you know, your business may be starting to pop off, or I feel like some of you guys are seeing the transformation that you've gone through internally start to manifest in the physical. Okay, let's get some more cards here and we'll see. We'll see what else we have. I'm not taking any reversals. We have Moot, Gathering. Okay, the gathering of the dark crones. That's what I'm hearing. We have Crafter, creativity. Yes. Inspiration. Some of you guys, if you have any artistic inclination at all, you need to express it, because it's going to be very blessed by Hecate and other dark goddess energy. Okay, this is the rising of the dark crone. This is the crone rising in their power. okay, and helping others, feeding others, becoming an elder, if you will, to others. So I feel like you're walking into your power. This transformation is going to lead you to a time of true self-empowerment, and you're going to see all that internal work that you've done manifest into the world. Good, positive things for you. There are people that the universe, Hecate, your guides, they want to align you with. They're very special people. For some of you guys, you were in a coven in a past life. You're going to be in a coven now. We may not call it a coven, but that's what it is, okay? Powerful connections. People coming towards this crone energy remember the crone. They remember this energy in past lives, future lives, multidimensional lives. For some of you, you are astral travelers. You are masters of astral travel. For many of you, you're reaching a level of self-mastery where you stay at a state of peace while the world around you is in chaos. That is the power of the dark crone. She can maintain her power while everything falls apart around her. Sorry, there's just a lot of energy here, so I'm starting to get a little tongue-tied. Let's just take a deep breath, shall we, and pull 3 more cards. Okay. We have witch hunts, persecution. So this is pretty much what the crone has risen to fight. Persecution. And let me tell you, it's heating up. If you are in the craft, you need to become aware that there are people in our world who still do this. They still want to do this. They talk about it. They quote religious scriptures about it. Okay? So protect you and your loved ones accordingly. Use your abilities to protect what's yours. Okay. And I feel like there's a group, you're part of this group. That's why we're talking about this. Okay. There is a group of energies coming together under the banner of the dark crone, the dark goddess rising, to overcome these obstacles of persecution. Okay. And this isn't just like religious. This is bigotry. This is hatred. This is hatred for how you look or the color of your skin or who you love. It is some of the most vicious levels of hatred that is based on shallowness, on labels, on physical appearances. This is people who are like fat phobic, people who spew hatred to others because deep down within them is such a huge void of soul. And now there's a pushback. And I feel like a lot of people are going to be catalysted to kind of come together during this time. And that includes witches. I think there's going to be solitary witches who decide, you know what? I could have a coven of solitary witches that we come together every so often to do whatever we do, you know? Do you guys remember? Okay. Hey. Listen to me. Do you guys remember being in the woods and the bonfire in the middle? Do you remember them finding you? Do you remember? Do you remember this? It's important. It's important. It's important that you remember this, okay? Because this could happen again over different beliefs, over the need of one philosophy to rule over the other for a means of control. And you are threatening because you've set yourself free. And man, the energy that is oppressing right now can't stand that shit. Can't stand that shit. We have scrying, divination. Okay, some of you guys are really gifted with divination and you need to use it more. But I feel like you guys already know this, right? I feel like you guys know you're psychic. You know, when you really get into your craft, when you really get into whatever your practice is, it absolutely levels up your abilities. And this group of people are going to look to you. They could be anything from a few friends, a formal coven, to something much bigger. It just depends. But these people are going to look to you for wisdom. And that wisdom could be anything from being a wise friend and a wise counselor to like being a leader and helping people come together to overcome oppression. Okay, we have the grimoire, authenticity. Boom, that's you, baby. If you've reached the dark crone, you have reached the realm of authenticity. And I feel like a lot of people who've been struggling trying to be their authentic self are moving into a time where it's not a problem anymore. They're not hiding and being ashamed of themselves anymore. They're not shrinking themselves to make other people feel better about their reality. In fact, they're living bigger, more fully, less hidden than before. There is power in not being hidden. There is power in a group deciding, you know what? We're not playing in the same paradigm anymore. So we're not going to hide. And what happens when you stop hiding, it catalysts people who are threatened by your freedom, okay? There are many people who want to be free of oppressive beliefs and oppressive ways of being, but they can't be different. They can't allow themselves to be authentic because it would make them different from the herd. And there are some people who will never be able to escape being part of the herd. So what do? Well, one of two things. First of all, we remove ourselves from the herd and we find our tribe. We find our own. And then what do? We try to help the herd wake up to their oppression. It's very difficult to do, but it is very possible, okay? Because you're very gifted. You don't reach this crone energy without being gifted. Now, some of you guys may not be comfortable with that because you're not quite there yet, but this is on the horizon for you. But your soul tribe is coming. In fact, they're probably here. You probably know some of them right now, okay? Let's get some more cards here. We have the high priest. Yes. You are the high priestess. You are the high priest. Okay, that is your energy. You've been one before and been persecuted many times for it. Others of you have been high priest, high priestess energy, witch queen energy, like very wise shaman energy here in different lifetimes. I'm seeing Roman, Greek temples. I'm seeing Egyptian temples. I'm also seeing like forest and like root witches that lived in the forest as well. I'm seeing water witches, witches that live by the water, who used to work with water energies and water flow in past lives. Many of you, I'm feeling Nordic energy here as well. And I'm feeling like a lot of persecution. But what I'm feeling is that a lot of the people they caught during this time weren't actually witches, okay? So many of you lived during these times and weren't necessarily burned at the stake, but you were alive during that time. And because of the fear, you learned to hide, learn to be occult about your business, okay? And be very careful. And now that's still going on, right? But we're opening up more and more of this kind of magical possibility to others so that they can find their own magical voice and their authenticity, okay? So, but I feel like some of you, because here's the deal. Many of, like midwife, root worker, healer, was wrongly persecuted for being a witch. And the ones that were practicing, many of them, they were in caves. They gathered in caves in small groups and things like that. And a lot of them were betrayed by their coven. Others were never touched, but they lived during this time. And, the label witch is powerful. Okay, it's very powerful. It's a powerful paradigm. It's very powerful to own it. But many of the feminine energies and the masculine energies that were persecuted were not actually like what we would consider a witch in traditional kinds of ways. They were very innocent people who were healers, right? And witches are healers. So it is the same, but I'm talking about like people who were actually consciously practicing magic, okay, to make change, and casting and those kind of things. A lot of them were not burned. It was the persecuted. It was the healers, you know, and like I said, witches are healers. So it's confusing a little bit, but I think you understand what I'm saying. And many of those old covens are coming back together. Some of you guys were members of a secret order. The number 33 is on this card, okay? And I don't know if you're aware of this, but there were female Templars, okay? That may resonate for some of you. We have the star, all right. Yeah, I think you have a very magnetic quality. We have the 10 of Swords here. I feel like in this lifetime you came through at this time to overcome this oppression. Like, we're done with this shit. We are done with this. We've had enough. There's been enough violence and wars and chaos and death. And it's time for the dark feminine energy to rise through our consciousness, through Crone energy. Dark Crone energy. And I've spoken about this in a couple of readings. I'm going to speak about it now. Many people have talked about how X-Gen women, feminine energies, are not aging like those that have come before. And that's because this X generation of women, of feminine energies, that's not gender, are here to redefine what a crone is, to redefine what a dark crone is, because we have been programmed to believe that, you know, there are these old creepy women who are evil and have evil intentions, and they're always ugly and deformed and whatnot, and that's bullshit. I'll own that. I'll be the dark hag. I don't give a fuck anymore. But the truth is, that's not the truth. You know, being able to age and get older is a gift. Not everybody gets that. And with that, some people develop a kind of wisdom and almost like a spiritual seventh sense. You know, it's one thing to be psychic. It's another thing to be so psychic that you are empowered by the other. Okay, you are supported by the other in such a way that others cannot deny it. That's what we're talking about. Someone who comes through at this time on this planet for a very specific reason, to help raise the frequency of the feminine energy on the planet and to overcome the oppressive energy that's been happening for a very long time. And this isn't going to happen overnight. That's why groups are gathering. That's why the groups are already gathered in astral, and many of you guys are master astral travelers, and you've already met them. You've met many of your people in astral. And I feel like there is a lot of, for some of you, there is old witch energy coming around you, old hag energy, old crone energy. And for some of you, this is you in another life, okay, coming forward to help you, coming forward to guide you through this possibility. And I will say for this group, you've been a crone many times, okay? That's why you're here now, to bring forth all that wisdom and knowledge to this now, whether it's to help 5 people or 50,000 people, okay? You're meant to help others in this life, all right? And it's a big calling, and that won't resonate for all of you. But this group that's coming forward is very special, and if you know, then you know. All right, group 3, that's what I got for you. I hope this resonated. If it did or it didn't, please leave me a comment in the comment section down below. I would love to hear from you guys. I hope you have a most beautiful day, and I'll see you, beautiful magical creatures, next time. Bye, guys.